If you've been on the internet for a hot minute, you might have seen this meme floating around. Which Pokemon came first? And the thing is, technically they all do, just in different ways. Most people know Bulbasaur is listed in the Pokédex as number 1, Mew is believed to be the genetic ancestor for all Pokemon, and Arceus is said to be the Pokemon god and being born before the universe was created. Also, yes, Arceus. Fight me. But Rhydon? What's with that one? Well, according to Ken Sugimori, Rhydon was one of the first Pokemon designed, and is listed in the original games with an index number of 1. That means it was one of, if not the first, Pokemon programmed into the game. There's tons of concept art with Rhydon front and center also, further supporting this idea. And a Bulbasaur run would be cool, Mew would definitely be unique, and I'm too scared to tackle a Gen 4 run right now. So to celebrate the 24th anniversary of the original Red and Green release in Japan on this Pokemon Day 2020, we're going to take a look at how difficult it is to beat Pokemon Yellow with a Rhyhorn. It's not Rhydon, but the pre-evolved form is close enough, and I thought this would be a nicely themed run. Rhyhorn stats are pretty basic for the average Rock-type Pokemon. High attack, defense, and health, low special and speed. But I mean, this is pretty abysmal speed and special. At least I have a high attack stat for once. Most of these Pokemon I use in runs like this have a fairly low attacking stat, so starting out a little beefier is okay with me. Rhyhorn's learn set is interesting. The only move I'm going to have until level 30 is Horn Attack, which is just wow. There's a good bunch of TMs I can learn though, but I don't want to spoil which ones I'm probably going to throw on Rhyhorn yet. My rules for the run are as follows. I will not be evolving Rhyhorn. Even with type disadvantages, getting that stat boost from evolving into Rhydon would probably make this run much too easy. I will not be using items in battle. This means I have no way of healing mid-battle, be that damage or status conditions. With that out of the way, let's make our way through Kanto with Rhydon. That's what I named Rhyhorn, so technically it is a Rhydon run. I got these two confused a lot when I was younger anyways, so it's not like it's going to be a huge deal, right? And to further celebrate Pokemon Day, I named my player Satoshi and my rival Shigeru. Huge props to you if you understand those names. Because I'm doing this run in Pokemon Yellow, my rival gets an Eevee. I tried to manipulate what it evolves into by losing this first battle, making it evolve into Vaporeon, which would have the best advantage over us. I say tried, however, because we only have an attacking move. Horn Attack takes Eevee down every time. I tried this battle a few times, and if I had seriously set out to do so, I probably could have lost, but I wanted to get on with the run. But like I just said, his Eevee can't do anything to me. Nice for one of these opening battles to be one-sided in my favor. This old guy taught me how to catch Pokemon in Viridian City on the random Nidoqueen just walking through town. I'm thinking Giovanni's Nidoqueen just got out for the day. I found Shigeru before the Elite Four, and at only level 7, I really thought I could take down 2 normal-type Pokemon by sheer power alone. And I almost did. If Spearow hadn't used Growl a few times, I would have taken his team out. They sure weren't going to do enough damage to me quickly. Eevee's Tail Whip and Sand Attack also did enough to me where Muscle just wasn't going to cut it. I jumped up 1 level, and that took care of his team with no issue at all. I like this run so far. I hit level 11 going through Viridian Forest, and Brock's junior trainer in his gym was barely putting a dent in Rhyhorn's armor. Because Brock's Pokemon are Rock-type and Horn Attack is a normal-type move, they do resist it, so it wasn't a super easy cakewalk. But I also resist almost all of their moves, and all of Geodude's tackles do literally 1 HP to me. When Onix popped out, it used Screech, which I didn't love, and then used Bide. Normally I would just use a move that does no damage so I don't take damage, but I couldn't. I had to attack with the one move that I had. I kept Onix in line, keeping close to the same HP as me, but Onix just barely edged me out. I bumped up 2 levels, took Geodude out without an issue, and took another crack at Onix. The battle started out very similar to the last one, but he opted more for Tackle than Bide this time, doing less damage to me, and allowing me to do more damage to him. A scary Bide almost did big damage, but I pushed through to get the win. I didn't get a single critical hit in the entire battle too. That's because critical hits are based on your speed stat in Gen 1, and because my speed stat is so low, I'm not expecting to get a lot of crits this run. Outside of Mount Moon, I caught the Pokemon that's going to be using Cut for us, Sandshrew. It's a yellow mouse, so I nicknamed my Sandshrew Pikachu, in the spirit of Pokemon Day. I also grabbed Spearow to fly us places later and decided to look at what was probably the first bird Pokemon created, and to my surprise, Spearow was the first one popping up. So Spearow might just have been one of the first flying types added in the game. This Spearow gets to keep its name. I picked up the Helix fossil in Mount Moon. Definitely for the meme, but also because whenever you pick a fossil in these games, well, you know. Team Rocket's encounter at the end of the cave was nothing. Coughing almost poisoned me, but it only got one attack on me, so I didn't have to worry about anything here. At level 20, I knew there was no way I could beat Misty. I went north to battle Shigeru, and even though his team rounded out a little bit, they didn't stand a chance against Rhyhorn. Even a Leer and a few sand attacks on Rhyhorn couldn't stop this monster. I got to level 24 at the end of the Nugget Bridge and its subsequent route, got the SS ticket from Bill, then headed to Misty's gym. The trainers in her gym definitely did some damage to me. Remember when I was talking about how awesome my defense is? Well, my special, yeah, it's bad. First attempt at Misty wasn't awful. Staryu hits like a truck, as in, Water Gun does more than half of my health, but Horn Attack does almost all of its damage, but it's faster than me and knocks me out. So I lied, it was awful. I made this futile effort a few more times, making it to Starmie when she would use an X-Defend on Staryu, but Bubble Beam absolutely wrecked me. I then noticed I could go through the house the police officer was guarding, so I can go take care of Surge, then hit this gym on the way back through. I did so, and got Dig from the Rocket Grunt. This is the best thing I could get right now. I have a stab move for Rhyhorn. A good one too. I hit level 30 on the SSN, learned Stomp, and got the TM for Body Slam. I need that one for the chance of getting paralysis on the opposing team's Pokemon. Shigeru's team, again, couldn't handle Rhydon. I took a collective 12 damage from his entire team. But don't forget the whooping I got from Misty, so it's not like I'm super overpowered. Now that I have Cut, I went to Surge's gym, only to remember that I need Misty's badge to use Cut. How many years have I played these games and known that? Way too many for me to forget that little thing. So, it's Misty time again. After battling some other trainers, I ran into the Misty battle at level 33. I'm still slower than Staryu, but don't take half health damage anymore. I take out Staryu in one hit now too, but Starmie still wrecks me with Bubble Beam. I didn't even take damage this time when she used an X-Defend, but Starmie hits way too hard. I got close but couldn't seal the deal. I grinded to level 36, and now I'm faster than Staryu. That's very nice. One Body Slam and it's down. Misty used an X-Defend on Starmie, giving me one shot to paralyze it, and I did with Body Slam, basically giving me the win. That's a very RNG way to win this battle, but I have no qualms with that at all. Now it's actually time for Surge's gym. Dig took out Raichu in one hit. That's the battle. That's it. Surge's gym is actually very important though. Rhyhorn can learn Thunderbolt of all moves, so that's going to give me some nice coverage on water types. I wish I had it before Misty, but you can't win them all. Upon finishing Mount Moon and reaching Lavender and Celadon, I knew I wasn't ready to take on Erica just yet. Misty's Pokemon did a big number on me, so Erica's team would probably be well equipped as well. I started taking out the Rocket Hideout, and these teams are normally a cakewalk, but this time specifically, the grunts were nothing. Because I had Dig and Thunderbolt, nothing was able to do close to any amount of significant damage to me. Jesse and James were a pushover, and Giovanni's team didn't do any better. Dig took out Onix and Rhyhorn, and his Persian hung around a little bit, but that's only because it's tanky and it lowered my attack, and I tried to use Thunderbolt, which my lower special doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but anyways, it only took 8 HP away from me. I entered Erica's gym at level 44 and reached 45 right before the battle with Erica. I paralyzed Tangela with Body Slam, but it got a massive Vine Whip on me, making me think this was a very bad idea. but it went down. I used Dig on Weepinbell and Gloom because they're both part poison, and it took both of them out in one hit. So maybe I was a little overprepared for this gym, but you saw the damage that one Vine Whip did to me. It wasn't some pushover. Shigeru's team in the Pokemon Tower gave as much fight as the dead Pokemon buried here. Meaning none at all. One hit took out everything. Jesse and James, with Arbok and Weezing now in tow, waited at the top of the tower, but poison types against a strong physical ground type Pokemon. Yeah, you can figure out how it went. Instead of going to Fuchsia, I went straight to Silphco to battle Shigeru and Giovanni there. My rival's team has had a significant boost since I battled him about 5 minutes prior. Dig almost took all of Sandslash's health, but Body Slam finished the job. Dig got Ninetales, Thunderbolt got Cloyster with a critical hit, Kadabra hit me with Confusion but fainted to Body Slam, and Jolteon went down in one dig. It used Double Kick before I could attack though, and my heart came close to stopping. I wasn't anticipating a super effective move from that thing, so I definitely got a surprise, but it didn't amount to too much. I picked up Lapras for Surf, and keeping with the biblical naming theme for Lapras, Habakkuk became our surfer. Jesse and James. They bad. Giovanni's team is a little beefier this time, but ultimately not much more challenging. Dig got Nidorino in one hit. Persian took 2 hits but didn't do heavy damage to me. Rhyhorn was crushed by 1 dig, and Nidoqueen, the only thing that could have really done some damage, didn't get an attack on me because he started the battle with a guard spec. So I dug without consequence, getting a 1-hit KO on the Queen. I went straight to Sabrina's gym, knowing her team would be faster than me, but certain I could just muscle through. Well, I was wrong. My special stat is awful, meaning my special defense is absolute garbage. Abra isn't an issue, but I barely made it past her Kadabra. So I didn't even attempt this gym again, and went through Cycling Road to hit Koga's gym. Koga's battle took 1 try, and it took even longer than it should have. I kept thinking that Venomoth was part flying, so I used Thunderbolt, but it's Poison Bug, so I really just needed to hit it with Dig and be done with it. But after taking a few tough hits, I busted through his bugs and got the Soul Badge. Even with a few levels added, Sabrina is still super tough. I battled all the trainers in her gym to get the most I could for now, then took another attempt. That didn't work either, so I grinded up to level 58, then took one more stab at the gym. I still wasn't faster than Abra, and it used Flash, lowering my accuracy, but I still hit it in one go. I missed a dig on Kadabra, and it got a Kinesis and Psywave on me, but I got the second dig, taking it out in one hit. Alakazam kept dodging my digs because of my lower accuracy, but it refused to attack me, opting for Reflect and Recover, when 2 Psychics would have really just crushed me. I chalk this win up to bad Gen 1 AI, but I'm A-okay with that when it helps me. On Cinnabar Island I battled Blaine, and won without any trouble at all. Even though his entire team is faster than me, the damage they did was minimal. Even Fire Blast from Arcanine did nothing. Giovanni's battle was actually a challenge for once, but it's mainly because half his team is faster than me and can deal heavy damage. Dugtrio takes 1/3 of my health with Earthquake, Persian is just an annoying chirp, and Nidoqueen and Nidoking both use Earthquake, taking away my other 2/3 of health. Sometimes Giovanni would use an item and give me a chance to take one out without damage, but his Rhydon can survive Dig, so I couldn't beat it. Just 2 levels higher and I took no damage from Dugtrio, Persian, and Nidoqueen, all because of lucky breaks. Then he used a guard spec on Nidoking, giving me full health going into the fight with Rhydon. And now, 2 levels higher, Dig does take it down in one hit. So I really just had to get lucky with his item usage. I've had some very nice RNG this entire run. Now you've probably already typed this comment out, why hasn't this moron gotten the TM for Earthquake yet? And that's because you're right, I am a moron. I thought it was in Victory Road, but it was back in Silphco. So I did the Giovanni battle without the strongest ground move, and the next rival battle as well. I grabbed it right after that battle though. Shigeru's Sandslash barely survives Dig, but used Poison Sting on me. Then came Execute. I missed Body Slam and it paralyzed me. It used Solar Beam, basically destroying me. I grabbed the TM that I got from Blaine, Fire Blast. It's not super accurate, and my special isn't amazing, but it will help out big time with that execute. Second try on Shigeru and things went much better. Same story with Sandslash, and Fire Blast made quick work of execute. Ninetales hit Quick Attack, but then went down in a dig, Cloyster died to 2 Thunderbolts, and Kadabra set up Reflect so it survived 1 Body Slam, but another one took it out. Jolteon was then crushed by Dig. Hopefully Shigeru's team is a little bit bulkier next time. And here was where I went back and grabbed the Earthquake TM and started going through the Elite Four. Lorelei, per the usual with these Gen 1 runs, is a tremendous pain. Thunderbolt can't take out Dugong in one hit, and Bubble Beam leaves me with very low health. I can't take out Cloyster in one hit yet either, but she would sometimes use a potion or withdraw, letting me take it down. Thunderbolt does take out Slowbro in one hit with a critical hit, and it would always use withdraw. Jinx has Ice Punch, and I'm not faster than it, so Jinx always crushed me. Every once in a while I'd reach Lapras, but it would survive 1 Thunderbolt and hit me with the super accurate Gen 1 version of Blizzard. After jumping up to level 79, I tried different tactics. Earthquake took out Dugong in one hit, Thunderbolt now destroys Cloyster, Slowbro was still taking 2 hits, but kept using withdraw. Jinx was still faster than me, and Ice Punch still hits hard, but Earthquake took it out in one hit. I tried Earthquake on Lapras, and it held on with the tiniest bit of HP, and then it hit me with Blizzard, and I held on with 20 HP. I could not believe my eyes. I was in disbelief. 1 small attack and Lapras was done. Bruno, per the usual just like Lorelei, was no issue. Earthquake took out his entire team in one hit. Even his Machamp wasn't faster than me and couldn't handle an Earthquake. Here's the thing with Agatha. She's annoying. Gengar used Substitute at first, and it's broken in 1 Earthquake, but it hit me with Confuse Ray. Gengar went down in 1 Earthquake, but against the Golbat that followed, I hit myself in Confusion a good few times, and Thunderbolt didn't take it out in one hit. I hit myself in Confusion 3 more times before knocking out Golbat. Haunter tried to eat my dreams when I was awake, giving me a free hit, and Earthquake buried this oversized snake. The last Gengar tried to put me to sleep, but couldn't and died in 1 Earthquake because of its poison typing. Can you imagine how different the Gengar line would be if they weren't part poison type? Lance's Gyarados got shocked by Thunderbolt, and Earthquake took out both of his Dragonairs. Aerodactyl hit with Hyper Beam, but it barely damaged Rhyhorn, and Thunderbolt took it down. Dragonite has Blizzard, and I did not expect that. Thunderbolt also barely damages it. Blizzard hit me hard. I paralyzed Dragonite with Body Slam, and it didn't get paralyzed for the next turn. But Blizzard missed, giving me a shot at the win. That was luck, 100%. And now for the final battle with Shigeru. Earthquake can't beat Sandslash in one hit. And it has Earthquake too, which does a good bit of damage to me. Alakazam's psychic moves are deadly. I always took it out in one hit, but the damage I was going to take from it is random. Fire Blast can't destroy Exeggutor in one hit, and it opted for Leech Seed on me, but I hit Fire Blast again to beat it. Thunderbolt almost took out Cloyster, but its Ice Beam finished me off. The very next run had me making it to Cloyster again with the same exact things happening. Third time, with the rest of the battle being basically the same except for Exeggutor being burned, I reached Cloyster. I used Thunderbolt, paralyzed it, and it couldn't attack. This saved the battle. Ninetales used Confuse Ray on me, and I hit myself in Confusion. I was also slowly losing health to Leech Seed, but instead of trying to attack me, Ninetales used Confuse Ray again, and lost to Earthquake. And his poor little Jolteon missed its Pin Missile. Not that it would have done a lot of damage to me anyways. Shigeru has been defeated, and yes, you can beat Pokemon Yellow with just a Rhyhorn. This run was similar to my Dratini run. I knew it was possible, but I just wasn't sure how possible it was. If it weren't for Lorelei and how varied Shigeru's team is, I probably could have handled the Elite Four at level 70, or maybe even a little bit lower. I've been playing Pokemon since it came to the US, and I really wish I could go back in time and tell that little nerd that he's gonna be a big nerd later, and this series is gonna stick with him. Let me know some of your favorite Pokemon memories on this Pokemon Day 2020. Make sure to check out some other videos on the channel, and follow me on Twitter for updates on videos. Until next time, see you later!